A new feature of the most important software for Amazon sellers, specifically arbitrage and wholesale sellers, just dropped yesterday as of April 9th, 2024. Today I'm recording this April 10th, 2024. The video will be live very soon. So depending on when you're seeing this may be a very recent change or an older change, but it's still very important because Keepa has now started tracking and showing Amazon's estimated monthly sales amounts on products on their graphs, as well as in their Keepa data product finder. So what does this mean for us Amazon sellers? Well, now that Amazon has been showing this ever since about the fall of 2023, August, September, somewhere around there, Amazon started showing the monthly sales amounts for individual ASINs and products in their Amazon catalog. So what that did is it allowed us to see this data on how much activity a particular product was selling per month. Now, if it said it was 50 or more sales per month, that means it could have been 97 sales, it could have been 95 in that month, but ultimately there are different ranges that Amazon gives from a data perspective, from 50 to 100, 100 to 250, 250 to 500, 500 to 1,000, and then there are levels above 1,000 as well. I think it's 1,000 to 5 or 1,000 to 10, somewhere in there, but once you get over 1,000 sales per month, that's enough to know that it's selling very well. Ultimately, this change with Keepa is they have been tracking these amounts on each individual product, and now they are showing them on the Keepa graph. So the way to access this, and I've got a bunch of different examples. On one, how do you see it on the graph? And two, how do you access this powerful data to source better using the Keepa data product finder? So first, you can see here that Keepa has started showing this in this yellow line amount in this middle graph. So if you don't have access to this middle graph, maybe your account is only showing two separate graphs, then basically all you have to do is click on this sub ranks section right here. And whenever you click on that, it will pull up this middle graph for you. Now you can see here that monthly sold is this new yellow line that they have dropped. As you can see down here, it is based on the bought and past month metric as shown on SERPs on Amazon, or search engine results pages. It is an estimate. Amazon only provides the data in bracketed ranges such as 50 plus or 100 plus rather than in exact figures. So that is what Keepa has been tracking, these estimates from Amazon directly. What's great though is you can see how this has gone throughout the months. Now if we go back the entire year, you can see it started here back in August of 2023. And so if we look at it throughout the year, it went up quite a lot. In February, actually this particular product had a monthly sold amount of 300, and then it dropped down to 200 for a monthly sold amount in February a little bit later. Then it dropped down to 100 and then down to 50. And again, this is all based off of Amazon's actual data that they are giving. The other place that you can see this information is down here actually, bought in the past month. This is again from Amazon. It's updated from that information that Keepa is pulling and placing on the page so you can look at it. But now that we've got this line, we can start to track this better. So if we look at this particular example, it says 50 plus here. If we look at another example that I have, I scroll down, you can see this particular one, it's showing much less data, but this particular one is showing over 100 sold. This one here also has multiple sellers, and it's showing that it's had over 800 at one point, and now it's down to just about over 400 sold. So this data is coming from Amazon. Here's where you can see that on the page a lot of times. It'll say 400 plus bought in the past month. This is what Keepa is tracking. And really it tracks huge amounts. Even this product, if I look at the historical amount sold, it's 100,000 sold per month. Now I don't know if that's exactly accurate or not, but again, it's coming from Amazon. This is not from Keepa making this information up. This product is number 2 in beauty and personal care, so it would make sense that it sells 100,000 each and every month, or over 100,000. Now the thing is with this historical data, if it's selling less than 50, or if Amazon's not reporting it, it will not have any information on here. And so that is important, because if it is selling less than 50, you may still want to stock the products from a replens, arbitrage, or even a wholesale perspective. Just know that it may not sell as well as some other products. Also, Amazon just may not be reporting that on every ASIN. We don't know how Amazon decides to report these things, if they're 100% accurate or not, but it is another gauge that we can use. So how can we use this in our sourcing? Well, one, you can look at these amounts and see, all right, let's go back to this particular product. Well, it was selling over 300 back at this time period in February. and it's been recently declining. This is a makeup product, actually, and there may be reasons for that decline. There may not be reasons for that decline, but we can use that to say, all right, well, the selling amount has been slowing down a little bit for whatever reason based off of Amazon's data. The other thing that we can start to do is, as this expands out and Keepa has more and more data and we get a whole year of data, we can actually look at what seasonal products do during that time period as well. Now, let's just say this was a Q4 time period in product. Now, it's not, but if this was the fourth quarter, and right here there was a huge spike in December and November, well, we can know that if we look at the historical data over the last year, that this allows us to see, all right, it went from 50 per month to about 300 per month at that time period, and definitely over 200 during this whole time period there. So we know that it quadrupled during that period of time. So that is a huge aspect in our sourcing. And so if we're looking at seasonal products, we're looking at things that have heavy fluctuations in different times of the year, that will be very helpful in knowing kind of how we can predict what's coming up in the future based off of prior time periods. Now, another way that we can use this in our sourcing is actually through the product finder. Now, they have actually included this down here. I have not checked, honestly, recently if this was something that has been available for a while or not, but this is where you can utilize this, is the bought in the past month section. If you scroll all the way down to this refine your search even more, it's underneath sales rank drops, and you can use bought in the past month. If you hover over this question mark, it will show you that this is the same thing from the search engine results page. And so this is, again, the value from Amazon. So what we can do is actually say, all right, well, we're looking for things maybe that don't have a lot of sales. And so if we wanted to see everything underneath 50, we would put 49 and put maybe 1 there. Well, if we do that, you can see there's 0 products because Amazon's not showing those sales estimates for anything under 50. So if we want to look for faster moving products, we can put 50. We can clear this out. Everything over 50 sales per month, based off Amazon's numbers, there's 3 million products. Okay, that's a lot of products. But if we wanted to really hone that down, we could say, well, 50 to 99, because that would be before the next cutoff point, which would bring us down to 1.7 million products. So just about half of those products were between 50 to 99 sales per month. Maybe when we want to see things that have over, just for fun, over 100,000 sales per month, well, there are 64 products, and one of them I showed you, that have over 100,000 sales per month in the last month. This isn't a historical value yet. This is just in this last month. So we can do a lot here. If I wanted to say, hone in my replens, maybe I've got a bunch of products and I find out that a lot of them are between 50 to 250 sales per month. Well, I can come here and look up 50 to 249. And you can see now there's 2.6 million products. I can then also look at a lot of other things, such as maybe I don't want to deal with variations. So I'm going to get rid of the variations. We're down to 695,000 products because the variations were removed. And then maybe I want to take a look at items that have sellers over 4 currently, just because I want to get rid of things that could be private label. And so I'm going to look at that from a historical value as well. But I also don't want a ton of sellers on there. So I'm going to do 4 to 10 and see what pulls up. And there's still quite a lot of products. So we can do this. We've got 71,000 products now that have between 4 to 10 sellers that are not variations and sell between 50 to 249 times in the last month. That's very powerful, all right? Now, maybe you want to see ones that have at least 1 review. Most of these should. Let's see, just barely dropped it down. So we could really up the products to 100 reviews just to get that down even further. And then additionally, maybe you want to restrict it to a particular category, or you want to do it based off price. So we come up to buy box. Let's say we want to see buy boxes over $20. And we do that, and that would bring us down to 21,000 products that meet those criterias. So let's go ahead and scroll back down and keep adding more things to this. Maybe now we want to see, let's just do grocery. Okay. Now, whenever we do that, we're down to 1,600 products. So we've really filtered these down, and I could do that in different categories, maybe what I'm unrestricted in and that I know I can sell in. So this will help us to hone in on those products that we know are selling. So I'm just going to click on find products so we can see all of these different things. So right here, we've got a lot of different things that pull up that meet those criteria. I would typically recommend getting it down to at least below 500, preferably below 250 items, because it's a little bit easier to go through. Now, what you could do is you could actually download all of this and upload it to Tactical Arbitrage to source for these products for you. You could go through them individually. We can just click on one of these. For instance, let's just look at this one. It looks like it's a bundle of 2 different types of barbecue sauce. If I click on the Amazon link, it will pull up over here for us. And we can see that in this case, it did pull up something that has 200 plus bought in the last month. Okay, so that really is helpful. This 200 plus bought in the last month, that again is from Amazon. They are giving this data to us. And so if we can find a source for this particular product at a cheap enough price, this may be a good product for us to purchase and send in. Now, the price has recently tanked, so you still want to do your due diligence on how are these products actually performing. But if we look at this last year, it has sold quite a bit. It's been over 200 during kind of December to January, dropped down to over 100, which makes sense because there's not a lot of barbecuing happening in January to February time period. And then it went back up to over 200 as we're getting into the warmer season in spring. And so this is very impactful and important for us to be able to see, all right, cool. As we're getting into the warmer season, it should be selling more because it's barbecue season, right? More people will be using this product. Or as we get into Q4, people gift this, and so that's why it sells more. So this data is going to be very powerful. You know, if you're able to find these for $5 a bottle, you'd get them for $10 per bundle. You're making $3 in profit, 31% return on investment. That is a potential opportunity. Now, if you're finding these for $10 a bottle, then you're going to be losing money. So you still need to do your due diligence, and is this a good product or not? But it can truly help you to find way more products that meet your specific criteria. And maybe you go through this and you say, well, this is too many things. I don't want to go through all of this. So you can go back to the filter and you can do whatever you need to with the Keepa Data Product Finder to reduce the amount of results and really hone in on the things that you're looking for. So hopefully this is something that's helped you in seeing how this new Keepa feature can be utilized in your business. There's so much potential with it, and I'm excited to see what else can happen, how we can use it for sourcing and new sourcing strategies, how we can use it to really find products that we know are selling well. This isn't the end-all be-all of what you have to be using, that you have to be finding products with over 50 per month. For instance, if you went here and you wanted to look for things under 50 per month, you could do that. You could put in the max of 49 as I showed earlier in the video, and you could look for items that have good buy box sales prices that you could still sell on profitably that may sell slower. So this is just an extra tool in your tool belt for being able to source properly. Also, as Keepa is one of the most important tools as an Amazon arbitrage or wholesale seller, I actually have a free 16-page Keepa training guide at my website. If you go to askjimmysmith.com/Keepa guide, that link is below and in the description. It shows you how to set up your Keepa graphs and get a good understanding for how to read those charts. And so if you're interested in that, I recommend checking that out at the link in the description. Hopefully it can help you. Now, if you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. I'm happy to discuss how you think that this is a way to help your business and how we can source better from it. Also, if you need any help with anything, please post the questions or the comments below. I'm happy to help in any way that I can, and I read through as many of the comments as I can on this channel. So I hope this video helps you and blesses you, and you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.